Hey guys, just checking in real quick to show you what you can do with, we're going to start with concentrated watercolor, but I know this technique can be done with regular watercolors as well. Many calligraphers play around with using watercolors as inks. So we've got the Denick sketch notebook that was sent to us in the Inktober Art Snacks. It has a smooth finish paper. It is really not at all my favorite nor recommended. I'm using it because I have it. We're also using the Kuretake nib holder with a Kuretake Seiji nib, also sent in the Inktober Art Snacks, also used because that's what we have. So we're starting out with some Dr. P.H. Martin's concentrated watercolor, and this is in cherry red, but the color doesn't necessarily matter. And I'm just going to demonstrate that you can use this as a beautiful colored ink. Now with this, you can't go over it with watercolor. It will reactivate, but that could maybe be used as a technique in and of itself. And you're not just limited to cherry red. You can use any of the beautiful vibrant colors in, sorry, I'm cleaning my nib out really well because I don't want to cross-contaminate colors. You can use any of the vibrant colors in the Dr. P.H. Martin's concentrated watercolor line, like we're about to use chartreuse. And this works with all kinds of dip pens. I'm just using the Seiji spoon nib because, you know, it's handy. I mean, just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Of course, it has cut into the paper. Let me see if I can zoom in enough for y'all to see that. So it's spidering a bit, which is one of the reasons why this paper is just not ideal. Gonna have to revisit this technique on a paper that's a little bit better suited, maybe. And if your inks are starting to get kind of low in the bottle, it will leave a ring on your pen. You can solve that problem by putting it in another container. Definitely want to clean all of that off though. And let's try one more thing for right now. Let's use the Winsor Newton Gold. This is something that needs to be shaken really, really well. And of course, I have a problem with the lid basically becoming impossible to remove. And usually you can use a rubber band to help provide sufficient friction. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find one today. So I guess we won't be using the gold ink because I absolutely can't get this open. Well, I'll check in with you guys later on when we have a fun activity with this sort of colored line art.